And Phyllis shows Nikki who's boss when Summer delivers a stern warning to Diane. This morning on The Young and the Restless, Maria surprises Kyle with a request. Imani counsels Nate, and Phyllis reprimands Nikki. Nikki is taken aback when Abby drops by the property in search of Victoria. They are seated after Nikki tells them she is in the office. Nikki assures Abby that Victoria is holding up very well, though she doesn't expect many people to cry over Locke's death. Abby hopes that Chance will not be so meticulous in his approach because she can't think of anything else that needs to be looked into. While on the phone with Amanda, Devon is interrupted by Elena's arrival at Chancellor Winters. She has a private inquiry concerning Nate she would want to pose to him. Since she can tell Nate is having a tough time on the job, she wants to learn more about the atmosphere there. That's why she's so against him not bringing it up with Devon in the first place. Elena thinks Nate is avoiding talking to her about it because of their complicated past with Devon. She cares about Nate and Devon, but she also understands that it is not her place to meddle in their business. She feels terrible about the harm she brought to their family and wants to know if there's anything she can do to make amends. Nate and an exhausted yet very wet Imani relax on the patio at Crimson Lights. He makes her comfortable and expresses compassion for her situation with her mother. She tells him she won't be able to rely on him the same way once she leaves. Nate assures her that she has Amanda as a support system. Nate reassures her that family comes first and that the company will be fine without her. Her supporters will remain loyal to her. The more time passes, the more Imani becomes certain that Nate isn't truly on his side. Kyle expresses his appreciation to Tessa and Maria for inviting him to join them at the rooftop bar. Maria makes a joke about how seductive it is when Tessa uses her computer-generated voice to greet him. After Locke's death, she wants to know if he and Harrison are coping well. Kyle tries to switch gears, but Tessa won't have it. Kyle tells Harrison that he's doing everything he can to help him cope with his loss, and that he's also worried that his mom and Phyllis' partnership at Marchetti could spark World War III. Maria says, "Wow," and then inquires if she may be of assistance. If Kyle needs anything, he will put up a flare to signal for help. When Tessa leaves to buy beverages, Maria informs Kyle that she has a huge favor to ask of him. She's concerned for Tessa's well-being and has been trying to come up with ways to keep her occupied. Kyle suggests a look from Marchetti's display, but the redhead has been mulling over employment opportunities. Tessa Porter, the stunning pop diva, would make a perfect model, she thinks. The news that Phyllis is coming to Marchetti and wanting to make such a significant career shift has shocked Diane, and she has expressed her amazement to Summer in the coffee shop. She guarantees there won't be any issues on her end of things. It comes as good news to Summer, who, along with Kyle, cannot stand the sight of conflict. The workplace is not the appropriate venue for airing personal issues. Even though Diane completely agrees with you, she needs to question, "Don't you suspect that your mother's sudden and significant professional change is related to her dislike of me?" Summer says she did, and that she asked her mom if it was true, but Phyllis reassured her it wasn't. In the same vein as Diane and Kyle, they have a fantastic opportunity to collaborate on this project. Diane hopes that she may win Phyllis's forgiveness and that the situation improves. Perhaps this is all a blessing in disguise. Summer says that Diane is being very dramatic. She tells her that hoping for Jack's complete forgiveness is unrealistic. Just because she's nice to Harrison now doesn't mean she's innocent of her past actions. Summer is as protective of Jack as she is of Kyle. So she urges Diane not to attempt to manipulate him in the same way she did in the past. "If you try anything, you'll have to face me." Billy gives Jack a stern talking to at Society for his inept offer of employment for Adam at Jabot. Even though Billy doubts Jack's competence, Jack is confident in his own ability. It seems to Jack that a new beginning is what he needs. When Billy hears this, he inevitably inquires if he consulted with Ashley. Sooner or later, she'll come around, in Jack's opinion. Bill believes that if you give Adam a cent, he'll take the whole firm. Jack mocks his willingness to give Diane a second opportunity. Billy believes that there are some people who do merit a second chance, but that there are others who do not. Suddenly, Phyllis walks in. At the end of the video, Billy warns Adam that his teeth are toxic and sharp. Phyllis has come to talk to Billy about the Grand Phoenix and Lily's offer to purchase it. The tension between them has reached an all-time low as Jack rushes out the door, as Billy observes. Thank goodness he is not to blame this time. Billy is incredulous when Phyllis says she'll be joining Diane at Marchetti. Phyllis assures him she'll be OK. In his heart, Billy wants this to be true for Jack. The mother redhead will not fail her child. For Billy, the risk is that Phyllis will explode if she tries to stifle her emotions. Phyllis doesn't understand why he can change, but she can't. A very businesslike approach will be taken toward Diane on my part. While watching it, Billy will like the popcorn. Phyllis explains to him that she needed to talk to Lily because she is overwhelmed by Grand Phoenix and Marchetti. Billy is aware that there are only two possible explanations for her actions. Either she is a fool to sell her hotel and start working for Summer, or she has a plan for Diane. Plus, you're not a naive person, at least not in my experience. That's exactly what I was going to say. Phyllis admits. Billy is confident her scheme will result in harm to Diane. Phyllis is annoyed that he has already concluded that she is up to no good and claims that she thrives on difficulty. After some consideration, Billy agrees that working for Marchetti is quite sweet. Phyllis claims that she has forgiven Diane, the person she blames for ruining her chances of a happy future with Jack. A look of disinterest enters her eyes. While thinking to himself, "Oh boy," Billy says, "you're most certainly planning something." At the ranch, Nikki notices that Chance hasn't told Abby about his investigation, and she reminds him that the more he dwells on this, the more difficult it would be for her sister to let go of the past. "What are you trying to say?" Abby probes. "That Chance needs to step away from the Ashland case? Wouldn't it be the best option for everyone?" Nikki wonders. Devon informs Elena at Chancellor Winters that he has no problem with Nate as a family member, but that as an executive, Nate has caused some problems. He is also partially to blame. He should have eased him into the senior role rather than expecting him to jump right in. Elena explains to Devon that Nate is not a fresh-faced college grad and so should not be treated as such. "It's possible you've built up walls around Nate, right?" When asked if he made a mistake hiring Nate, Devon is adamant that the problem lies with his employees' reluctance to accept authority. While out on the Crimson Lights terrace, Nate tells Imani that he is frustrated that Devon views him as a liability. He plans to find me a mentor. To defend him, Imani is furious. At the bar, Kyle is interested in Maria's suggestion that Tessa become a model, but he wants to consult with Summer first. When Tessa reappears, Maria begs him to not say anything to her. Using her phone, Tessa calls and asks, "What's up with you two?" Maria insists that the conversation was limited to the fantastic weather outside. At the club, Billy tells Phyllis to stop worrying about it. Nothing she does will prevent her from failing. The summer season will arrive regardless of the outcome of the war. In a grave voice, Phyllis declares, "It will never be summer." When Billy spoke to Phyllis, he informed her of a change in Jabot's leadership. A job offer from Jack at Jabot was revealed, and he warns Adam to brace yourself. Phyllis gasps, "He'll have authority," after learning he will be filling in for Kyle as co-CEO. Despite Billy's best efforts, Jack accepted Billy's offer. Phyllis can't believe Adam is Jack's umpteenth second chance recipient. She has her doubts that Adam will be involved in Marchetti business, but if he is, she knows he will support Diane. Billy probes further, asking if she really wants to be the one to pour fuel on the flames. Suddenly, Phyllis' phone rings, and it's Nikki saying, "We have to meet." Imani, sitting on the terrace of the coffee shop, is furious that his cousin, Nate, isn't showing him any love. Nate thinks he's set on labeling him as a moron. Imani is well aware that Nate has the ability to soar to great heights, and she speculates that this may be a source of intimidation for Devon. Nate believes his cousin is preventing him from achieving his full potential. And he may be right. Perhaps he got carried away with his zeal and made a mistake. Perhaps I need to get better at playing the game. Imani thinks that approach is wrong. It's abundantly clear that Devon needs to take the helm. She thinks Devon undervalues his contributions to the company and encourages him to repeat his antics from the launch, only this time on a grander scale. Something that deserves respect and attention. Abby and Devon meet up at Society, where they speculate on the lingering questions raised by Ashlyn's death and what Chance may be trying to resolve with it. Because of the involvement of her family, Abby is convinced that her husband is hiding something from her. Devon says Victoria can handle it if anyone can, and that Chance will do the right thing. After Abby inquires about Devon and Amanda, he reveals that Naya has recently entered a coma. Working with family can be challenging, and he admits that tensions have been high at Chancellor Winters. Because of Devon's guidance, Abby was able to achieve two of her greatest passions in life: her career and Dominic. Nikki informs Phyllis at the ranch that Ashley will not be coming along because she has to travel for work. Despite Phyllis's complaints, Nikki maintains her dedication to the cause, even as she expresses some trepidation over her sabotage schemes. Nikki must be informed of all the particulars of her scheme. Phyllis interrogates whether or not she is indicating she doesn't trust her. In response, Nikki just says, "Well, no." She says it's a compliment that she doesn't trust her, since she worries that in an effort to protect Summer, she'll change her mind at the last minute. Phyllis takes offense to the backhanded praise and points out that she is the only one of the bunch who is truly contributing to the group's efforts. She needs to keep quiet until she has something substantial to contribute. Kyle, Maria, and Tess meet Summer at the rooftop bar. In order to give the pair some alone time, Maria and Tessa must now depart. Summer reveals an intriguing conversation she had with Kyle's mom. She made up a scenario in which Phyllis forgives her. Summer is concerned that they made a mistake by inviting them to Marchetti. Kyle considers the possibility that revoking one of their jobs offers could spark hostilities. They might even end up pleasantly surprising them. At Crimson Lights, Jack had a chance encounter with Diane, who he thanks for the books she brought by and a conversation about Harrison. I appreciate the thoughtfulness of the present. At this, Diane cracks a happy grin.